What's going on, guys? Genetic Gaming back with another MLB The Show 22 video, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how you can complete the Moonshot program as fast as possible and unlock 99 overall retro finding Gary Sheffield. This card's amazing. You want him on your squad, and I'm going to tell you how you can get him in this video. So basically, I'm going to tell you how all the methods I use to complete this, and basically the strategy that I went along. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Anyone can do it. It's a lot of grinding, but it's not hard grinding. It's like just tedious and repeating stuff. It's definitely not difficult. So, basically what you want to do is, first things first, just do the moments. The moments are not easy. They're all on rookie. All you got to do is hit 2 home runs in a game. Boom, you got 20 points immediately. You're almost at this Billy Williams right here, which you are going to need. And once you do that, then you just start doing the moments. Basically, you do every single moment until you get enough points to get Gary Sheffield. It's not that complicated. So the way I went about it is I just went and stacked my team around stuff. So I started with a finest team, then I went with a milestone team, then a home run derby team. And gradually, with the switch hitters, left-handed hitters, and right-handed hitters started to fill up. I got low power. Some of them started to fill up depending on which milestones I had, because some of them I didn't have like good ones. Speedsters. This one's really not that hard. All you gotta find is good power, good speed. J-Rod is a great one for speedsters. This is not the team that you're going to want to be using. So, like, speedsters, O'Neal Cruz, 99 speed. Ray Durham's a solid one as well. The big Corbin Carroll's also another solid one right there. You're looking for high-speed type guys. J-Rod is probably one of the best because he's got 98 speed and he's got arguably the best power. There's a ton of great guys. You just look for 95-plus speed, and that one's not all that difficult. Jason Dominguez is not quite there. He's close, but he's not quite there. Anthony Volpe's not there at all. You got Eric Davis. That's another good one. So those are some guys for the speedsters. And milestone, obviously, you kind of just fill out what you have. Switch hitters, left-hand hitters, all that stuff. Low power hitters, less than 75 power, and I'm like 99% sure that applies for both sides. So you can't have one guy who has great power versus one side and really low power versus another side and have them hit the home run off that bad side and then they'll get the point. No, it has to be under 75 with both. So that one's a little tricky. It's a little tricky to get that one. You want to find low power with both sides, which is a little bit tough, I'm gonna have to admit. You kind of got to do some scanning. You got to look around. See, look, if I did this Carson Kelly and I did a home run against a righty, even though it's less than 75 power, it would not count because he has 102 power versus lefties. So that is something you got to be mindful of. It has to be more like this, 69, 60 power. It cannot be that high. There's Will Smith. There's one guy you could use. There's a ton of guys you can use for this. Can't really go through all the suggestions because there's just a ton. You got to look for the glitchy guys, and you just got to hit them. So other ones, speedsters, isn't that hard. We went over that. Tall Kings, not that hard. Short Kings is a little bit more difficult. Mookie Betts is a great one. You can use for the short kings. Old guys, not that hard. You can use like Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera. The old guys isn't that hard. You just gotta find. You gotta look around. Especially with supercharged Pujols right now, you get supercharged 99 Pujols right here. That's well over 35 years old. I got this Joe Mauer, that's 34. I kind of want to just look for some older type guys. Veteran cards would be another one to look at. So if you're doing veteran type cards, you filter. What am I doing? Let's filter the series by veteran. You do this, you're gonna likely get guys that are older. That's not always gonna be the case. There's Lou Gehrig, 35 years old. There's Anderson Simmons. I don't know why that card, he's 28, but whatever. That 25, really? Kidding me? Anyway, you basically want to look around, find the old veteran guys. Veteran is probably the best series to single them out. It's not the best series, but, it's one to single them out, if you don't feel like looking for an eternity. And that's and then basically the rest of them, you just kind of hit, You hit him on All-Star, hit him on Hall of Fame, hit him with Gloss, hit him with Williams, and hit him with Killebrew. Not that really all that difficult. I promise you, it's not that hard. So my method is, I did this very simply. So what I did is, when I got Billy Williams, I hit him leadoff. Immediately threw him in the leadoff spot. Whenever you got these guys, I throw them in the first and second slot and just, racked up the homers with them. Then when you get them, you can take them out so you can do the specialized ones. So basically what I would do is let's just do finest as an example. I would do the finest. So positions did not matter. The way I did it, you could throw anyone at any position. So it quite literally didn't matter at all. So I'm just going to put Robbie Cano there. I'm just going to put Troy Gloss there. Does not really matter. unless you have like ADHD or something. It's flat out does not matter where you put everybody. Just try and find the guys with the most power and kind of throw them around. And then, boom, you got yourself a nice little final squad. We got Billy Williams leading off. So let's hop into a game, and we're going to go over what you're going to want to do. So you're going to want to go to the Rockies. Obviously, Coors makes it a whole lot easier. You want to be the away team, and you are going to want to play at Coors, obviously, and you're going to select the second pitcher slot. Once you selected the second pitcher slot, you're going to hit next, and you're going to face Kyle Freeland. Now, this might just be me, but I find Kyle Freeland to throw absolute cheddar cheese, and luckily today, he's got the inside edge, and he's also playing down. So he throws absolute cheddar cheese, and he allows for me to hit a ton of home runs. It's a little difficult with Billy Williams to hit these home runs because he's got very low power versus lefties. So I had to switch to Chad Cool when I was trying to get Billy Williams home runs because he's at only 87 power versus lefties. That was just it. But basically, Kyle Freeland threw absolute cheddar cheese home runs, and I hit like, I don't know, maybe 300 home runs off Kyle Freeland. He threw cheddar cheese. He's so easy to hit. Doesn't throw hard. Throws very easy stuff to hit. So yeah, I recommend Kyle Freeland being the guy you face with a second pitcher slot. Doesn't matter who you have in that pitcher slot, it just has to be the second pitcher slot. And basically you just do this, you hit home runs, you hit home runs. It's not overly complicated, you know. You smack a bunch of dingers. And then obviously once you have to do the All-Star and Hall of Fame ones, you just turn it on All-Star and Hall of Fame. Honestly, I would recommend doing those first. I did not do those first. I'd recommend doing those first because I ended up just hitting a bunch of extra home runs when I was done with the rest, and I just needed to do the Hall of Fame ones. That's what I ended up doing, and I didn't really want to do that. Well, I just had a really bad inning against Kyle Freeland, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna confirm quit. We're never gonna pitch. There's no point to pitch in this unless you feel like not quitting all the time. Then if so, then whatever floats your boat. Does not matter. I'm not sure. I didn't check this, but will you be able to collect Gary Sheffield? No, you can collect all these guys. I didn't even notice that. Apparently, you can collect all these guys for XP towards program. That's 40,000 right there that I didn't even notice. So I can get 40,000 XP towards the Legends of the Franchise program. And this really isn't a tough one. Like, you can use the event. I don't recommend it. I did it once. I didn't like it because it's a lot more opponent dependent. If you play someone good and you don't hit a home run the entire time, then you just wasted a bunch of time. But what you can do is end up getting your all-star home runs. So that's a positive, but you only get 2 points per win. And at the end of the day, it would take 5 wins to make up for doing 2 of these missions. And why these missions are tedious, they are not hard. They're very tedious. They're not hard. There's a difference. It's just annoying. It doesn't mean it's difficult. Doesn't mean it's challenging. It's just not fun to do. And I stopped doing this a ton of times. Took a lot of breaks. I did not have fun doing this. But I ended up doing it anyway. Tanked it out. But, you know, besides that, you get some good rewards. You get Troy Gloss, who destroys lefties. Gary Sheffield is the best hitter in the game. You get a Juicy pack. You get a Ball and Out of Control pack. You get this cool little icon. You get Harmon Killebrew. You get Toolbox, All-Star Game, Home Run Derby. You get Billy Williams. And on top of all that, you get 40,000 XP. So I consider this an absolute win of a program. You enjoyed today's video. Find it useful. Hit that like button and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Anyway, I'm going to say this one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.